Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. Today I'm doing another new news video, second one so far. I'm gonna probably maybe do one tomorrow, if you can believe it. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so then there'll be like 3 new news videos that I'll have filmed. Monday on my birthday, one today, 4th of February today, and then one on the 5th of February, so yeah, lucky me, I guess. But yeah, kind of funny because I was thinking last night, like, literally about, like, how I don't want to just always do Doctor Who reviews, or even just movie reviews, or video game reviews, or just reviews generally, of, review, insert product here, like, thing, because it just gets boring. But yeah, before I forget, if there is any noise, it'll probably be next door, because they're really noisy. But then get this, the other people next door are also quite noisy because they're also having their roof fixed, or not even fixed but replaced. So yay, I've got 2 sides, as I say, of like our house. Even I was about to say my house, and our house are just like sandwiched between 2 very noisy people, and it's like fantastic. But yeah, other than that, I've actually had a really good day at SS, Specialist Autism Service, and that I got a birthday card from them and the staff there, so that was awesome. That's a Plumbus pin, which I got yesterday. If I'm going over birthday presents and stuff, it's probably because 1, I like my birthday presents so much that I want to talk about them still, and 2, what was the other thing? And 2, some people may have not watched the previous video, so, you know, I mean, I'd hope you would, but anyway, watching up there because I couldn't be bothered doing it before I did this video, Splatoon carrying case, and that, and yeah, that's obviously got my Switch in there. Sloth McMoneybags, that's a thing. He's so smaller than I thought it would be, and I've got my notebook here because I take that to Specialist Autism Service just so I can write things down, and it just helps. I keep needing to remind myself that it's okay to use the things that I need to use, you know, to lessen my anxiety and that. Jungle Speed, really fun game. I got to play that yesterday with my brother, and that. Haven't coloured any of my Rick and Morty colouring book in yet. Also, yeah, I wanted to show off these Lego like bins and or storage containers with the awesome, gnarly, wicked sort of pattern on them, because they're ideally going to replace this, which is the Lego box that I currently have, mainly because we had a leak, if you recall, in a previous new news video. So then that's really damp and kind of just falling to bits, but it does actually have all my Lego in it, which is just annoying. What else? If you're wondering why the hell there are 2 amiibos there and a card and stuff, that's for one of the staff at Specialist Autism Service because it's their birthday. Hopefully they like the presents and the vegan sweets and that, because they're a vegan. And I feel bad that myself and one of the other staff have sweets, but I can never give them, the person who I'm on about who is vegan, sweets, because, you know, they, as I say, are vegan, so, and so that's annoying. Just a quick heads up, even though, I don't know, some of you may just be like, well, duh, obviously you've got all these figures, but not these figures, but the new figures, the ones that are coming out end of this month, February. My mum was awesome enough to pre-order them all for me, but she pre-ordered them all for me, but she's taking the money out of my bank, so I am paying for them myself out of my own pocket. But she was awesome enough to pre-order them all for me, so all of the new figures, if you didn't already know, include Graham, 13th Doctor in red shirt with the fanny pack, Judoon Captain with the Judoon Rhino Boy with the mohawk, the TARDIS exterior box, which is kind of ironic because I just took some pictures of a 13th Doctor but with the old 9th Doctor box, but yeah, we'll have a proper box for the 13th Doctor, which is awesome because I love that box. and then exterior box, and then also a reconnaissance Dalek from Resolution, which is awesome because I really like the design of Dalek, and it includes a mutant. So, yeah. Yeah, I like the card. The card is nice. I will keep the card because I like the card, and I kept the previous year. So yeah, it's kind of bonkers to think that I've already done. Well, no, I was 20 when I started SAS, or 20 when I started at Special Thoughts and Service. 20. And I had my 21st, then 22nd. So it's been a year, yeah. I was about to say it's been 2 years, but it hasn't. It's been a year. It's really confusing me because I started back in October 2018 there. So 2019, October 2019 would have been a year. So we are past a year. So it's like a year and however many months, but it's not 2 years. Yeah, it's my brain hurts. I know it's probably really simple for everyone else, but not so much for me. The Deadpool game, I completed that on my Xbox One. If you're wondering why it's still there, it's because I like writing down all the games I've completed, and I haven't written that one down yet, so that's a thing. Yeah, just trying to think of what else to talk about now. I have Jenga, as well as Exploding Kittens, and as well as these two board games, not board games, card games, Exploding Kittens and Speed Jungle, or Jungle Speed. Other than those two, I also have Jenga over there, which I got for Christmas, so yeah, I'm just trying to find room for everything. I hate saying that because then it makes me sound like, one, I'm really spoiled, and two, like, yeah, like, I have so much stuff, but it's just like, I don't know, it's not always about that, is it, those stuff, but yeah, I mean, again, honestly, I've had a really good day. If you're wondering why I sound a bit maybe stressed, just a few thoughts, a few not so great thoughts popped into my head earlier today, but other than that, as I say, I am happy, and I hate, sometimes, I don't know, like, doing these videos and saying that I'm happy, it's odd, it's weird, it's like, I feel like I'm less, like, able to just do that, as opposed to being negative, or being, well, not negative, but just being, hey guys, I'm upset, or I was upset earlier today, because of X, Y, and Z. Like, that comes more naturally to me than actually trying to acknowledge that I'm happy about a thing, which in and amongst itself is quite worrying, I think. But yeah, before I forget, there is one thing that I wanted to show, which was this lanyard, which, now that I'm starting to wear this lanyard, it's like I'm back at school. No, not back at school, sorry, back at college, because I used to obviously wear lanyards for college. And then, yeah, as I say, it's this one with the flowery pattern on it, and it has my autism card on it, just so people know what autism is, and then it's got information on the back of that card with my mum's contact information, and the idea is that, for whatever reason, if I was out and about on my own, anywhere, when I'm older, or now even, or as I say, if I was like, in however many months' time, if I, in this hypothetical scenario with some friends, and if I even have any friends, but you know what I mean, but like, if I was with other people, or on my own, more so if I was on my own in Shipley or Leeds or wherever, and then I got lost and I didn't know what to do, I could show someone that card, and then, as I say, on the back, if push comes to shove, it's got my mum's contact information, and so she can then help me and talk me out of the calm me down in the situation, or pick me up, hopefully, ideally, depending on the scenario. So yeah, it's really good. I've only used it once, the card, but yeah. I really enjoy going to Geek Street, this place that's popped up in the city that I live in, and that. So that's really cool. Yeah, I was thinking earlier today as well, it's weird, it's like, I'm not negative about the things that I like. like I like liking things and or like Doctor Who, Star Wars, Rick and Morty, comic books, whatever, and that. But I am still quite unfortunately, I don't know if the right word is dour, but down and meh. Eeyore from like, Winnie the Pooh is probably my spirit animal, which is kind of sad, but it's probably because the rare times that I've been ecstatic or with happiness or joy or I've been confident. People literally, I remember this one memory constantly of like being confident in an ICT lesson in at school, and one of the staff being like, "Oh, Matthew, why are you being so cocky?" And it's like, what? Like, I was so taken aback, and that because all I'd said was like, "Oh, cool, I've got better grades than everyone else," sort of thing, and verbalized my, as I say, my sort of happiness of what I'd achieved, and then yeah, that person just took me down like 10 pegs and was just like, "No, you can't say that. Oh, you're saying you're better than everyone. You're being so cocky," and it's like, alright, sorry. And it was comments like that and or plethora of comments not too dissimilar to that I think have made me the very insecure, self-loathing, spineless type of person that I am now, which is not great. These videos are somewhat cathartic, clearly, but yeah, yeah, yeah. I am happy today. Yeah. It's just, as I say, like, I'm just sort of rambling. These things are just sort of thoughts I've had in the past, or, as I say, I've had some, maybe two, maybe at most three, not so great thoughts today, but honestly, that's not that bad for me. If anything, that's a win. That's a good day. I could easily have a lot more. Obviously, I could have a lot more, but they could be less significant thoughts, maybe like little smaller thoughts, but then just add up to like, three. These three thoughts, two or three thoughts I've had, maybe are the equivalent of having 8 small thoughts, maybe. So it's not always about quantity of the thought, of the negative thought, but it's sometimes the sort of, for lack of a better term, the weight, the substance, the sort of, the sort of impact it has on my brain and my self-worth, I guess, unfortunately. But yeah, it is kind of worrying that we know so much about so many things but not our own human brains, and that. But yeah, hopefully, as I say, the Rick and Morty art book will help with my sort of anxiety and depression and sort of mental health, basically. And then also we have those Tangle toys, or I say we, I like how at Specialist Autism Service I don't have that many, but I have those. I'm using that one as my home one that I just use here at home, and then one in my bag that I just use when I'm out and about anywhere and everywhere and that. And the weird thing is, though, I've only literally just thought of splitting them up and doing that. Normally I have one in my bag and then I have to take it out, and then I get worried that I don't have it in my bag and that, or if I've forgotten it. So this eliminates that, and I don't know why. I wasn't like profusely like, yes, I should do this, or I will do this and this will help. I just sort of subconsciously did it, yeah. Hit the nail on the head there. I subconsciously did that, and it's worked really well, I think. I think having two, for lack of a better term, Tangle toys on the go, as it were, which sounds kind of weird and perverse, oddly sexual, even. Having them both on the go really works, I think, which is a good suggestion if, for whatever reason, any of the people, the 2 people maybe watching this, suffer or from anxiety and depression or autism or whatever, or just anything, and need these or whatever Tangle toys. Even though I think I've seen one other person in my whole life, in my whole 22 years of being on the planet, that I've seen one other person maybe use them, and that's it. And that was one person at college. And as I say, I think using 2 is really good, because again it eliminates the whole worry of like having a packet You know, it's weird. It's like one less thing to pack in my bag, and then, as I say, therefore worry about. Yeah, as I say, I've got stuff to write in my notebook. It's a very dirty, dirty book. Like actually, like with just the grime and slime. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to use another book. I do have a new book, but I'm getting sick of having to use lots of books or lots of different books. But yeah, what else? I'm trying to figure out what else to say. Again, I'm more, I'm more worried that, I won't understand the person's reaction when I give them their presents. But hopefully I will understand her reaction to the presents, and hopefully also I'll be able to give them to her, because as well I'm getting worried about that as well, more than anything. You know, I'm more concerned about the fact that I won't be able to give her the presents before she. The reason for that is because she's going to. This person is going to Edinburgh around their birthday, which is awesome. My mum's been to Edinburgh for the choir she does, for Edinburgh Fringe Festival. So yeah, I haven't played Exploding Kittens yet. I do really want to play it, but it does look a lot more complicated than Jungle Speed, which is like basically reverse Snap. Then there is a Lego set underneath the two card games, which, again, as I said in my previous New News video, I do really want to build that on Friday, because Friday is Autism Bricks Day. But yeah, what was the other thing I was going to say? The last thing I want to say, which is actually in relation to not life, or my life, my boring life. It's in relation to, what's it in relation to? It's in relation to the channel, and a video that I want to do. I want to do my Doctor Who Big Finish audio collection update video. It's been a year since I did the last one, back in not this month but January 2019, and I flicked through my channel yesterday, Monday, on my birthday, and saw how many views I got, and I was like, oh my god, I got 66 views on that. That is insane. I mean, I really want to do actually. I want to actually rewatch that and then just see what's what, like how much I've actually sort of bought since. You know, not to brag, but just curious, out of curiosity from me. Even though I should know, but obviously there's been a year. I can't remember everything. It's physically it's physically not possible to remember everything. So yeah. Yeah, and also, the only thing is, though, if I do a review, if I do a collection update video on my Big Finish audio collection, this month, it will then mean that it won't include the third Gallifrey Time War box set, because I will be pre-ordering that tomorrow, of this recording. But as I say, that just means that I won't be able to include that, which is kind of a little bit annoying, but then by the time that box set, because the Big Finish audio box sets and even just Dark Universe and all the releases, for whatever reason, always seem to release, if it's on pre-order, it's always released at the end of that month, to then buy and then actually come out, and that, as in like actually come out to be ordered to your house if you've already pre-ordered it, which again is kind of really annoying and frustrating, but what are you going to do? I guess. But yeah, I mean, the third Gallifrey Time War box set, I can't really remember much from the actual episodes, which is not great, because I've read the synopsises on the episodes, all the little bios, little synopsises on them, and then I've also listened to the trailer, but the big standout thing from that box set for me is the cover. The cover looks gorgeous. Probably maybe my favourite cover of the three box sets, maybe, but I have already said on the Facebook page that I will definitely do a overview even video of all four of the Gallifrey box sets when all four of them are out, because as I say, of this recording I've got Gallifrey Time War box set volume 1 and 2. I just need 3, and then whenever 4 comes out. But yeah, 3 comes out this year in February, so cannot wait for that. It's been a good series, and it's been awesome to keep getting them in and around my birthday, because I think the second one came out March, and then the first one came out not last year, but maybe the year before, so on my 20th or February, so around my 20th, so pretty cool there. Then it skipped 21, and then 22 it's, as I say, February. So I'm gonna go on a limb and say Gallifrey Time War box set volume 4 will come out March, maybe 2021, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching. Comment, rate and subscribe.